Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and today we have a very special Indie Game Friday. Today, I am going to do a 2-for-1. 2 roguelikes, 1 episode. We'll start with Famaze, which is available on Steam and through Oryx Labs website. I will put the links in the description down below. Famaze is a very interestingly designed roguelike, very simple role-playing game. It barely qualifies for the term role-playing game. But it is quite fun, and it is free, so it does not get any better than that. It uses, as you can probably tell if it's on Oryx Labs site, it uses the Oryx Labs tile sets. If you see things that look very familiar, Oryx Labs produces a tile set and a sprite set that is used in many up-and-coming independent role-playing games. I believe that it may be free to use. I'm not 100% on that, but there's a reason why it's used in quite a few of these things. It's a very thorough, very cute, very well-designed tile sprite set. So let's begin. We will just go ahead and start. It's keyboard-driven. Storyline is very silly and simple. The Mad King has turned the happy rutabagas of the land into monsters, and is searching for the magic recipe for royal rutabaga pudding. You must delve into the king's domain to rescue the rutabagas, find the gem of truth, and uncover the recipe before the king eats everyone. So you've got 2 stories, one of which is locked. I have no idea how to unlock it just yet. You're supposed to complete it? Okay, and I have not completed the easy mode, so let's begin with the easy mode. You have 3 basic classes. Each one has a special ability. Each one starts with a particular item, and I believe that that particular item is then more common for that particular class. So for instance, your knight starts with potions, tends to get a lot of potions. Your thief starts with a teleport item, and your wizard starts with fireball. So since the knight's generally the easiest class, let's start with that to begin. Now, as you can see, it's got a very unique layout. Up here is what serves for your quote-unquote stats. You basically only have hit points and experience points. You can carry 2 items at a time. You just hit the key to use them. This is your mini-map. Now, your mini-map is important in this game because down here, this, even though it's nice and graphical, it means almost nothing. It gives you an indicator of your health, an indicator of the tile that you're standing on, and the adjacent tiles. Now you'll note that this is 2-dimensional, while this is also 2-dimensional, or this is almost 1-dimensional in terms of you can only go left or right, while this is 2-dimensional, which means you can go in all the 4 quarters. This is what you want to look at as you're walking around, because as you can see, even if when I turn south, it doesn't change in the bottom part. So this up here is what you want to look at when you're maneuvering around. As you can see, there's a lit area, which is lit by various, the entry place is lit by default, but there are various braziers that you can light. From what I've discovered, when monsters enter the light, they turn into rutabagas. And I know it's silly, but that means that you can pick them up and basically save them because they're the people of the kingdom. Much like in the original Super Mario Brothers, all the grass and all the trees and all the bricks that you're breaking as Mario were actually the people of the Mushroom Kingdom turned by Bowser into items. So next time you're playing the original Super Mario Brothers and you smash that brick, you just fucking murdered somebody. So let's begin. I'll go wander into the darkened area over here, and you see less. Blue tiles are things that you can pick up or beneficial items. Red tiles are monsters, and you'll see plenty of them. Now the flare produces a small area of light. It's useful to clear some monsters out and basically turn them into rutabagas, as well as temporary lighting up a place. As you can see, the ground beneath my feet just cracked, and that is a kind of a trap. You can only go over that tile so many times before it collapses. I have no idea what happens if it collapses under your feet. I was not willing to check it out. Now you can kill the monsters as normal and it gives you his experience, but I believe that turning them into rutabagas is actually the better option because you get a point score at the end of the level and the number of rutabagas that you have rescued is a part of that. So I'm basically trying to avoid combat right now. You pick up gold, you can definitely get gold as part of your score. Not sure what other use it's for, but you know, that's what it's there for. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, anyway, I'm taking the long way around because I want to avoid killing as many monsters as I can, just so when I set off a flare, boom, they turn into rutabagas. And I can pick up lots of gold. Now I have plenty of flares down here, so I may keep running back and picking up flares and then setting them off to turn things into rutabagas. And that kind of, I believe it upped your score. I'm not 100% on that. I believe it might have other effects as well. Yet another collapsing floor. At some point, I'll come back and hack through these monsters just for experience. But not right now. Now, as you see, that now has an exclamation mark above it. And that means that this guy will follow me when I run. Usually a monster is just going to stand there and wait for you to attack it. So I have to deal with this guy at some point. Because otherwise he's just going to keep following me. And crap, I didn't know monsters could set off those traps too. Okay, let me go ahead and attack him. Oh, okay, here we go. That injured me. It didn't actually kill me, but it did injure me. Let me go ahead and pick up this potion and immediately use it. That'll give me some health to deal with. Oh, that was a teleport trap, I believe. So at least we know what happens when you step on one of the teleport traps. Those little blue crosses, they heal you if you hop on them while you're injured. And there should be plenty of them around. Plenty of everything around. Now that's a brazier. As you can see, it lit up a broad area, and then it turned quite a few things back into rutabagas. So those are the things that you're kind of looking for in order to maximize your score. I'm not sure if it maximizes your time, but it maximizes your score. Plenty of stuff to pick up. Kind of killing time trying to get that guy back down to me, but oh well. I was hoping to catch him in the flare too. I'll hack through a few, because as much as I would like to save everybody, it's just not going to happen sometimes. Now, interesting note is that the braziers also heal you when you set them off. So it's useful sometimes to have them sitting in the background until you can fire them off like that. Now I don't know why. Sometimes it'll put 2 or 3 braziers in a row right next to you, so something to keep in mind. Like most roguelikes, I'm going to be basically running around killing stuff for experience. Just to maximize things out. Oh, shit. So many traps. Ah, what the hell, man? This is like the most, I was going to say the trappiest. The most trap-filled first level that I've seen in, like, forever. Okay. Now, I have, the fact that I'm flashing and glowing means that I have a smite loaded. Smite is the knight's special attack. It basically does quite a bit of damage, and so far it basically kills anything I hit. I'm saving it up for anything that requires like 2 hits to kill. I've taken more damage from traps than I have the creatures. That's just ridiculous. See, like this, boom, killed him in 1 hit. But then I have to wait for smite to recharge. Leveled up, picking up some more gold, and getting those rutabagas. Now, I don't know how I'm supposed to get up there. I don't know if you can get up there. But I'm almost done with this level, I believe. So let me go ahead and... Oh, god damn. Let me go ahead and head up there and collect that last, whatever it is. Rutabaga? Yeah. I'll hit map to expand the map. Now, there's only a couple more enemies on this level. But at one point here, there is a key. There we go, a key. Which I can't pick up because I'm full of potions and crap. So let's go down here and... Oh, shit! I didn't realize it was taking off that much health. So I should have used a potion. Now if you click to restart, it basically restarts you, and as you can see it's a roguelike, so it starts out random each time. So as mindless as this game is, it's very fun in a cute little way. As long as you're paying attention, you can you can do things pretty easily. Certain enemies have certain special abilities. Ghosts steal things. Oozes actually make things dark again, and they poison you. So oozes later on in like the second and third levels, they are real bastards basically. I'm killing a lot more shit than I did the first time. And walking around with 1 health is not a great thing. So we'll see how far we get. After this guy, we will go to our second roguelike of the day. I'll just continue this for a little bit longer. We'll try and get to level 2. I did a hell of a lot better the first few times I played this, and now I actually sit down to record it. You know, all of a sudden I'm losing, or I'm getting hit by teleport traps. Lots of shit to kill. And it's a dead end. So, wandering around with 1 hit point again. Not the greatest. Oh, here we go. Another brazier. Braziers heal you, as you can see. So, it's nice to trigger them for every so often. Pick up some stuff while I'm at it. Boom! I didn't mean to hit smite. I meant to pick that up. That's the thing. There's only like 2 or 3 keys. I mean, you got 1 and 2 to use your items, spacebar to use whatever, and to pick up. So there's no context sensitive. You know, I mean, it's context sensitive, but you can't avoid it. So if you're trying to pick something up, but there's an enemy there, you're going to use your special ability if it's up. So it's basically just running around picking up items. So as you can see, the chest gave me a lot more gold. You can't really upgrade anything that I know of. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I believe that well, as you can see, when I set that flare off, it also revealed the traps. If the traps are there but you're not lit up, then it doesn't show them. So the music changed as I picked that key up. That means I better just find my way out. There's, you know, for this first level, the locked door is right here, and that lets you complete the level. Now, as you can see, the intermediate level has like a little cutscene here, and they vary depending on, I guess, how long you took or your score or whatever. I'm not sure the details on that, but every time I finish a level, I've got a different one. Hell, they could be random, but it seems like they provide at least a little hint as to what you did in the level, so it may be tracking that something. As you can see, gold and rutabagas. That's all the score is. I don't think that those do anything at all except set your high score. So we'll continue until I get knocked off again, and then we'll switch to the next roguelike of the day. That's a fireball spell. There's a flare spell. Plenty of creatures around. Ouch. Trap. And there's the next level. as you can see, that shut the lights off and it poisoned me. So that's pretty much creepy crypts. I guess you can get to 2 different levels from this place. So it's almost like a level select kind of thing. I'll go ahead and use my potion while I can. Crap. There's stuff opening up all over the place. What I need is a flare. And I'll turn all this shit into creatures that are into rutabagas. Ghost stole my potion and then I got poisoned. I'm not trying to die, honestly. It's just working out that way. Alright, I don't have a flare. I do have a lot of ways out. Oh shit, what is that? That is a flare. Okay, so I do have a flare now. And I'll set it off and immediately pick up the rutabagas that I just created. And lots of gold. Another potion. Potions are always useful. Except when they're not. Another rutabaga. And yeah, there's my getting screwed over by a slime. Boom. Almost died. Fortunately, I've got lots of heals all laying around. I'll show you what Fireball does. Fireball basically does a shitload of damage. But if you've got 2 creatures, then you're 2 creatures beside you, then you don't really get to pick which one gets fireballed. So you always wait to save it for one. Now I think the fireball might actually continue through and hit other creatures, but I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to try it out sometime. It's very simple, very fun little roguelike. You know, it's a nice brainless time killer. I would recommend it to anybody, especially at the price. You know, free is good. So I'll get through this level. See how long it takes me to get through. I keep firing off these, you know, the braziers and lighting the place up. Getting plenty of the rutabagas. Once you get used to it, you can just breeze through these levels. I say as I've already died once, but no, honestly, I don't suck that bad. That's one thing roguelikes do require is a lot of luck. You can get totally screwed on a level layout, or you can get just totally easy mode as well. Now, since I guess I can go ahead and try out this fireball, except I'm not finding anything that's like lined up 2 in a row. Oh fuck. Oh, okay. So it went all the way around here. You see that little glowing? And it lit the place up. Alright. So in the future, I know I can do that. Yeah, you learn something new every time. Let's go down to the creepy crypts. I'm just kind of cruising through as fast as I can. Oh shit, there's a trap. And I'm going to trigger another trap too. Oh, just kind of running, sprinting along. Wow, okay, that's a lot of gold. Oh, where are my my exits? Are they up here? There's the Goblin Grotto, and there is the Creepy Crypts. Go to the Creepy Crypts this time. Wake up, sleepy. Grr. Alright, Creepy Crypts. Kind of a I guess these levels each have their own theme. So, wow, that's a lot of items in a row. And there's our brazier, setting things up so I can see. Lots and lots of traps, and there's my key, so that when I come back this way, I can go pick it up. Okay, I'm gonna smite that guy so he can't steal. Man, so many traps. And then 2 braziers in a corner. No idea why. Guess they decided it wasn't bright. It wasn't dark enough, or it wasn't bright enough. I don't know. I'm tired. I need to get this this done. But this is I want to say this is a pretty fun little game. Just kind of reiterate that. To the Mystic Maze. So shall we go to the Mystic Maze, or do we need to level up some more? I love how there's all kinds of unexpected little things, like skeletons standing up and traps and the like. There's my key. And there goes the finish the level music. I'll intentionally trigger some traps just to get these rutabagas. So I guess I'm ready to go. Boom, level complete. Now I finished that pretty quick. So rutabagas are spoiling. Hurry. I guess not quick enough. Another little song. So, this is something I haven't seen before. I guess it's an enemy that's asleep, so I gotta be very careful about that. Lots of enemies that are asleep. Oh, that is asleep, and I can walk right by it. So it's an inactive enemy then, I guess. I have no idea what wakes up those inactive enemies. And I don't think that I want to try, really. I'm just killing spiders. Because let's face it, spiders need to die. Plenty of potions. So many enemies, though. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I guess you could smite them in their sleep or something. Oh, I just got teleported. Cruising along. Let's go ahead and pick up that potion and immediately use it. I did not necessarily mean to smite that, but we'll see. And so it's a pretty straightforward little game. I have no idea what those floor tiles mean. Okay, so I'm almost dead. Time to use a potion. Oh, okay, so the light wakes those things up. I smote all 3 at once. Well, no, I didn't smite the one that I was on top of. That makes me sad. Alright, key is picked up, and the exit's right here. Twisted Tower. Level complete. So let's continue to... Wow, there's all kinds of stuff there. There's a nice graphical interface now. You kind of see these multiple layers in the background. Oh fuck! He stole my potion. Okay, I'm just kind of hacking through these things now. I've got nothing more to steal. Let's hit the flare. Turns 2 very annoying enemies into basically rutabagas. Fireball is going to be nice to have in the hole. I smote that one. Got a healing square. Man, there's just a lot of stuff that I can get here. Oh, yes, I took out like three things with that fireball. I don't know what I need multiple teleports for. I'm kind of just hacking through this stuff. Boom, level 4. And I guess that's that. So there's plenty to take a look at in here. I think that I may call it after the next level, actually. As fun as this game is to play, I need to get on to my next roguelike. which is going to be a nice little surprise. I had no idea it was on this site. It's another thing from Oryx Labs, except this one has a much longer history than just Oryx Labs. I could teleport him past, and that didn't get me much. That didn't get me far. So I guess oh fuck, I'm behind. I'm between two of these guys. Critical hit, and then smite them both. So you just got to use a little bit of strategy in this game. That's all. Couple rutabagas. I guess he can't pass that little icon there. That moon icon or whatever. Which is of distinct benefit. Yay, I've got my smite on again. I have no idea where the exit is or where the key is. So pick up the potion. I did not mean to go ahead and do that. I meant to pick up the potion. Now all this means is that I've got to use that potion before trying to attack that ghost. Potion used, and now I can kill these ghosts at my leisure. I didn't even kill them, they just vanished when they tried to steal from me. Plenty of those braziers lighten up. I have not been picking up as many rutabagas as I probably should have. Oh man, this game makes you see the silliest things. It's a game about rescuing rutabagas. And yet it is so fun. There's my healing spell. Okay. As you can see, once you get the hang of it, you can just breeze through this game very swiftly. As you can see, you can breeze through this game very swiftly. Now that may be problematic because he'll just steal shit. And I used it and it went the wrong way. Fuck. I guess it goes whatever way you're facing. So I guess you can aim it. Well, I'll know that for the future. Cruising along through here. So I wonder if I can finish this in this play session. It's gone on a little longer than I thought it would. And mostly because it's just really fun. I mean, I want to put it down. I want to put it down and get on to my next topic. I thought I would only be a few minutes here, but it's actually genuinely fun. And for what it is, you know, for just a quick roguelike dungeon crawl, I mean, I want to give it, you know, it's my thumbs up. It's free. It's good. It's well designed. It's fun to play. It's interesting. It's cute. It's a little bit silly. You know, I'm gonna force myself to call it as soon as I get to the exit, wherever the hell the exit is. All right. And I'm just cruising along. Oh, there is the key. Let's light things up. Pick the key up. Now we need to find the exit. So I will be cruising around very swiftly, lighting up one thing after the other, trying to find the way out. Do I have the way out already uncovered? No, I don't. So it's a pretty complex little level, and I'm going to try to breeze through it as fast as I can to the Forsaken Fortress. So, with that done, we will go ahead and call it here on this, and we will proceed to the next game. And this is the next game. Rogue, or more appropriately, Classic Rogue. It too is available on Oryx Labs site. I will once again put the links in the description below. When you hear a game called a roguelike, this is what it's based on, or rather the original version of this. As you can see, it's original copyright in 1981. So it doesn't get, you know, these games get very long-lived. Now, for a roguelike, this is basically the definition of the series. It is a randomly generated permanent death you know, kind of deal. The objective is simple. You get to the bottom, you pick up an amulet, and then you bring it back up. I've never beaten it. I've never beaten any roguelike, but especially this one. It frustrates me. As you can see, this Windows port is very new, the last few years, and the original did not have graphics like this. It was just a straight-up text-based graphics. This one has tiles, as you're about to see. Now, the layout is very simple. You do not get a choice of class or a race or anything like that. You just get your basic stats set up. And I think this actually picked up from what I'd quit one before. I'd quit one earlier. So this is the permanent death. Let me go ahead and just pick up from here then. You normally start in one room and just continue on from there. I think that I managed to get a few rooms explored earlier before having to quit. As you level up, you know, your hits and your strength may improve. Your equipment is very straightforward. As you can see, these tiles are tiny, and that's because the original was a terminal-based ASCII graphics. So all of these used to just be like just out of the ASCII character set rather than actual tiles. It's a single screen. It lays out the entire each level is put out on the screen all at the same time. As you can see, there's text at the top. To attack, you just walk right into things. The levels are generated randomly, but this was before the intricate algorithms that were developed later. So for this one, you just get 9 randomly placed rooms. So there's not a lot of variation in level layout. 9 randomly placed rooms connected at random by corridors. So these corridors are kind of sneaky turny. Some of the rooms are impossible to reach, and some of the rooms are generated with a 0 size, so they don't exist. But in you'll usually see like 9 random squares, and you can search the ends of these corridors and supposedly come up with secret doors. But it's not giving me any secret doors right now because either they're not there, which is entirely possible, or I'm just not searching enough. There's no hunger bar. There's no there's no thirst or whatever, so you don't have to worry about that. If you want to get hits back, you just basically rest up and pass your turn. Let's try not to die right off the bat. As you kill things, you get a rank, and I don't know what that does. I think that was added after I used to play this a very long time ago. I think that was added in a later version, or somehow I missed it, or I'm misrecalling it. Now, they added all these nice little transitions, but all in all, it is still the basic roguelike. You walk around, you explore. Some rooms are dark, some rooms are not. You pick up gold, which serves basically as your score, like the previous, like in Famaze. The gold is basically your score. There's no shops. You get rated at the end of the game by how much gold you've picked up. You can pick up items and food. I guess there is a hunger. I guess there is a hunger level, but I haven't actually been getting hungry, so it's pretty generous. So there is a hunger level in this game. My bad. I was a liar earlier. But basically, you know, you've got an inventory screen. It's very straightforward. Just if you've played any roguelikes that are of the ASCII variety, then you'll recognize it right off the bat. It shows you what what you're wearing. You get scrolls, potions that you don't know what they are until you identify them. Same with items. You know, you can pick up some armor and not know whether it's cursed or whether it's blessed or whatever. The number of creatures in this game is extremely limited, and there's no 2 monsters that start with the same kind of the same letter. It's because it used to be just a black and white ASCII game, so there was no way to turn. And the monsters were represented by the characters of the alphabet. So there was no easy way to tell 2 A's apart. So in essence, any kind of monster, you only had 1 for each letter. You know, later roguelike games would go ahead and split that up, so you'd get like a blue D or whatever. That was me doing auto run. My bad. Yeah, later roguelikes would split things up so you'd get like a blue D and a white D, and they would mean different things. But this one is just all one type of creature per letter, or in this case, one type of creature per tile. As you can see, I'm finally getting hungry. I'll just go ahead and eat the food so I don't starve. I have no idea what a kestrel is. I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of mythological creature that I should know. Either that or a wild animal that I should know, but I have no idea what it is. Some of these monsters are based on mythology. Some are based on the Dungeons and Dragons game. Some are just randomly made up. You know, it's basically D&D for computer back in the early days. So now you can just blow through and keep hitting down on each level. I really should try to do that. We'll play this for a little bit just to give you a sense. I'll try to find some sort of item besides gold and in the scroll, just to get a sense for each item, so I can show you how to use the various scrolls and such. So really, this game, I mean, it's fun, but it's not. There are better games now, because it's been, let's see, 80, 90, 2000. It's been like almost 30. It's been straight up 30 years since this game was made. So there are much better games with a very simple premise out there. And even amongst the simplicity, I mean, even if you just sort them by simplicity, there's games like the one I just played, the Famaze and such, which just take that same sort of simple approach, but they don't require you to memorize all sorts of arcanes. Oh shit! There we go again. Arcane commands like how to auto run and things like that, which you know, how to journey up and down levels. You got to hit a separate key for that. As you can see, there's a different key for everything. You know, that's the help menu, and you will probably, if you're not used to roguelikes, probably keep referring back to that constantly through the game until you've got it memorized. Now, there are people that are really used to things like NetHack and such, which I'll get to at some other point. That have even more keys. But if you're just looking for something simple to pass the time, this is fun, but others are better. And but I recommend that anybody who has an interest in roguelike games who hasn't played the original Rogue, you know, grab this and give it a shot, just so you can see how far that the genre has come. And you know, we will not be playing this to the end. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit further over the next 15 minutes max, if that, or until I die, whatever. It's you know, it's not much to say about it now. Once you've gone over the basics, it's, unless I just, you know, completely fuck up and start dying, then there's something to say. I don't want to eat anything. I want to wield an item. Now, you can wield bows and use them to kill things from afar, which may be useful for things like rattlesnakes and things that can poison you. Incredibly useful for those, because they can reduce your strength. I think I've been bit by some sort of poisonous thing, which was why, as you can see down here, my strength says 15 out of 16. Oh shit. I'm running into these things without even looking at them. And a good player can get very fast at these games. Oh crap. And I want to use some of my extra items, but I'm not really coming up with anything interesting. See what I'm saying? Now that's the entire level. That's 9 rooms. There's nothing more to explore. So once you found your 9 rooms, there's not really a whole hell of a lot to explore. You know that you can leave and keep going, and we'll see how far I can go down to the next level. I have no idea what level I'm on. It's another problem. Oh, I guess level 5. Wait a minute. Is that actually showing me the level I'm on? So level 5 is not my experience level. This refers to my experience level, I believe. And the actual level where it says level is like literally what level I'm on. So I think I've cleared that up. I think. Let me take a look. Level 5, level 6. Yeah, so this is actually my depth, not my actual character level. This right here is my character level. Which actually kind of fits, because in the early game, in the early Dungeons and Dragons, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game, every level had its own title. So if you were a fighter, you started out as like a veteran, and then you got to be, you know, a warrior, and then so on and so forth till you hit level 9 when you became a lord. And every level until then had its own title, and so you could often, for purposes of RP, for role-playing, refer to yourself as the title, level title. So you weren't like a level 2 warrior, because your character would have no way to know that. So they would say, I am, you know, RPG Crawler the veteran, and then people would say, oh, so you're better than this, but not as good as that. Or if you were a thief, it would be like the footpad or the burglar. Let's continue downward. I don't know how many levels there are. I don't know if there's 10 or 100. It's been a long time since I've read the actual description. So we will see what we can get. It doesn't seem that the enemies are changing a hell of a lot. So I can continue onwards. And see, that downward is just going to go down to that dead end down there. Yeah, I'm cruising along pretty quickly then. It might be worth seeing if I can get to the bottom of this thing. What did I just pick up? Let me look at my inventory. Yeah, I've got a fall staff. I think that you can like zap a wand or zap a staff. I'm not sure. I'll have to try it out. But you can actually cast... You can't cast spells per se, but you can zap like wands or staffs like that, and you can use those to cast spells rather than actually physically casting the spells. So that's how you get around with only one class. But man, this brings back so many memories. See, there's the rattlesnake, which I'm going to use my staff on again. Zapping with B, the staff of lightning, because I don't need my strength reduced any further. Okay, found my door. And there's my stairway down. Level 8, and another stairway down immediately. Level 9. And now all of a sudden I'm facing things that can like damage my armor and stuff. That's not what I meant. Zap there. Hit the right one this time. Oh, and he did not die. So, yeah, see what I mean? Fighter. That's another rank. That means I actually leveled up, so to speak. Alright, now that I know what that means. It's all coming back to me now. You gotta remember, I haven't played some of these games since I was very small, so... you know, it's kind of a trip down memory lane here for me. This was literally the first roguelike I ever played. I mean, I know it sounds trite, but a lot of people start roguelikes with something like Dungeons of Dreadmore or Binding of Isaac or something like that, which are all following in the same kind of permanent death, randomly generated theme. And there's something to be said for that, because it preserves that sense of exploration. So I'm on level 10. I think it's like 100 levels or something. Yeah. Alright. We'll see if we can't find... yeah, I've got 2 rations of food. Continue going down. So I guess there's more than 10 levels. This looks like... wow, this looks a lot different than what I'm used to. It's not following the same 9-room... generation. Or it is, it's just kind of working a little bit different. A little bit more different. Those twisty corridors kind of knotted back on themselves and created a false room. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a nymph. And she stole something and vanished. What a... yeah. So my armor is almost gone, so I'm probably not going to last much longer. I can't find any additional armor. I guess I should be searching these levels more thoroughly. But this is basically just to give an overview. So, leprechaun. Yeah, the leprechaun steals gold. These creatures get increasingly more obnoxious as you go down. So, and that fell a few levels down with a pit trap. And the traps get more and more common the further down you go. The monsters, of course, get very strong. Get stronger and stronger the further down you go, and the items get scarcer and scarcer, I believe, the further and further down you go. But on the upside, I believe they grow more powerful. I'm not entirely sure on the random number generator on that, but it should follow. See, this thing is the kind of thing I needed more levels for. You see, I'm about to die here, so we'll wrap up pretty soon. But you know, it's oh, look, some new armor. I have to take it off. Whoops. Okay, I don't want to throw anything. No, damn it. A. Okay, take off the armor and then wear the plate mail. So all of a sudden my armor class went back up again, which is just in time for me to die. Rest in peace. RPG crawler, killed by a Yeti, and it gives you the date and the number of gold you had. And this kind of shows me up on my score, and it keeps a list of everything. So, with that having been said, that is that. 2 roguelikes, Famaze and Rogue Classic. Both excellent games. Both free. You can't really, mess with that. I want to give Famaze my thumbs up, man. That was a surprisingly fun little game. I recommend you check it out. Links will be in the description. This has been RPG Crawler's Indie Game Friday. It's double roguelike week. Go ahead and get back to more independent games next Friday. If you like what you've seen, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see a playthrough of some of my games, I will link some of the ongoing playthroughs, or some of my playthroughs of other people's games. I will link some of the playthroughs in the description. Until next time, take care and goodbye.